Peace be with you. This is Brother Salih representing the Zeptepi Institute and Muhammad Has the Keys Self-Knowledge podcast. So I wanted to come forth this morning and talk a little bit about self-knowledge and what we mean by that. Just for a second, right? They call it diaphragmatic breathing. And what you do is you breathe all the way down and bring the air instead of to the top of your chest like we usually do in Western society. But instead of doing that, bring it all the way down to the abdomen, okay? And bring in more oxygen and elongate the breath. So it'd be something like this. Now, when you take your inhale and you bring your air out, and they call it pot belly breathing also because you're actually causing the air to fill up your belly and make it like a little pot. And so it comes in like that. And when you get it like that and you tighten up, you release it. When you slowly let it come back out, it elongates the breath. All right, so now the average person breathes between 14 and 18 breaths a minute. So, but when you use diaphragmatic breathing, you can elongate the breath. And there's a scale of breaths per minute that dictate or really tell you what brain wavelength you're on, whether you're on alpha, delta, the brain wave scale. Okay, so when you breathe in and you can bring your breath down to at least 7 breaths a minute, they call that mediumistic trance, or that's the state where enhanced learning, those kind of things are easily done. And also impression or conditioning is easily done in about 7 breaths a minute, what they call mediumistic trance. But when you bring the breath rate down to about 3 minutes and below, they call that waking trance. Now, the difference is that when you come down that low, you're at brain wave lengths that are associated with other levels of consciousness other than normal everyday consciousness. Because when your breath rate is elongated like that, it actually begins to change the way your body metabolism is firing, and also changes your conscious perception because your whole metabolism has been brought down and slowed down. Now, what this does for you, right, is if you do it on a regular basis, it begins to sustain you at a much lower rate, which makes you more calm, makes you more conscious, and makes you much more aware in terms of your state of mind and more focused. And they say that when you do that type of breathing and that type of exercise, it causes the gyrification in your brain to double. And what that means is that the space between thoughts, or rather what I'll say is, what that means is that the ability to remember and, all those cognitive functions, it enhances all of those. Okay, so the importance of this trance, or using the trance or diaphragmatic breathing or whatever other terms we want to try to explain it in, right, is that it begins to change your outlook and your state of being. And at the same time, there's other practices like use of visualization and how to use vibratory sounds that people call mantras, or what the Egyptians call heka. That then causes different parts of your brain to be wired and operating together when they don't, in our current state, really be operating in that way. So in many ways, you're enhancing your being and actually heightening your consciousness and your awareness. But the most importantly, it begins to tap you back in to the language and the communication with the source of your being. Because when we're born in the world and being trapped in our senses, we don't really become familiar with it when it comes up. Now, you have some people that just know and, they move off of that, right? But most people don't, okay? So this is part of our transformation, what has to happen with us. And I'm telling you that that is the path to begin to look inward and actually have experiences with God instead of going by hearsay, listening to other people. Okay, Brother Salih, speaking to you again, representing the Zep Tepe Institute and Muhammad Has the Keys Self-Knowledge Podcast. Peace be with you.